Hello, Papercut here, back with another replay review, this time of Pink Karambit against Beefcake. Pink Karambit is pretty new to the game. I think he said he has something like 20, 30 games under his belt. Really enjoying it, but he just wants some help on his game. So let's jump into it. Jeanne d'Arc against Order the Dragon. This is a pretty good matchup for you as long as he doesn't get to castle. Because in Feudal, his units are strong. You have to be careful about taking engagements, but your advantage is your knights. So his best unit in Feudal is Men-at-Arms because you can get them upgraded. They're really tanky. But your knights can do charge damage and can hold up against them. And so your knights versus his Men-at-Arms, you win that. And then you just make a lot of archers if he makes spearmen. And then Jeanne d'Arc does her little Jeanne d'Arc stuff. But your goal here should be, you have kind of two options. I think it's Order the Dragon. Or option one, just go all in on him so he can't get the castle because that's the thing he wants to do. Option two is go 2TC and follow him into castle and then beat him on eco. Don't let him get relics because your imperial is better than his. So if the fight goes to imperial, you should do better. Of course, imperial is hard to play, but in theory, your imperial is better. So let's see how you do. First thing we're going to look at is opening. First problem with your opening. Scouting stickler. You want your scouting to be efficient in getting all the sheep you can, as well as uncovering the map and not wasting time. So the first thing you do is I would cross to the middle, out, and back. So you do a solid fourth of the map here. Drop off the sheep and make sure you don't run out of sheep before you age up. Reason you want to do this is because if your opponent does what you did and goes backwards, then you get this half solidly. If he then follows you up, he then doesn't get anything at the tip or in the middle, and then you come back down, you get all of this and all this. If he goes in the middle, you guys might run into each other. Then you just take opposite sides and you equally split the sheep. This also ensures that you get the entire map. So you clear all of this, drop off, clear all of this, then you're back here, and you get to see your opponent's opening moves. Because seeing your opponent's opening moves in Feudal is key. I'm going to emphasize this to you right now. Scouting and knowing what your opponent is doing is important, and people who scout the entire game are the successful ones because they respond faster. I'm pretty sure you're queuing up just a lot of villagers right now because you don't want to run out. My issue is you've over queued, and so when you hit 200 gold, you could actually age up, but since you over queued villagers, I think you're going to miss the age up. Spearman Rush. Okay. Glad you didn't lose the villager. 2 spearmen. Whoa. Okay, so if you've never been in Spearman Rush before, it's pretty simple. The second you age up, you build a knight. Do you have enough gold for a knight? Shit, you don't. So that's why he's Spearman Rushing you, okay? Second you age up, one, you need to have Jeanne build stuff. You have Jeanne build stuff so that she gets aged up because she can fight these 2 spearmen. But 2, you just need instant archers, right? Archers beat spearmen. So the thing I should have seen you done instantly, since you don't have the gold to make knights, is you should have pulled half your villagers off food. You have plenty of food right now. Put them on wood so that you can get an archery range the second you age up and start making archers. You notice how you're scouting though? Like you're missing this corner, you're missing this corner, and once you drop off the sheep and you come straight back here and see what his opening move. 2 spearmen is a huge investment by Order of the Dragon. Is he doing a tower? He is not. Man, he had a... Oh my god, if he dropped a tower here, both your golds and your stone are done. That's crazy. Good, getting archers out. Notice your macro. Notice your macro. You have way too much food. Push him! Are they gonna get away? You had the chance to just hunt them down. Right there. Easy, easy kill. You let them get away. Okay, stop making archers. You've made enough. Don't overreact. A key part of aggression is making you overreact. He's made 2 spearmen, and you have 5. That's plenty. That's plenty. Stop making them and make your knights. Make your knights, because the knights are going to be the more important thing in this. And look what he's done. The point of this build that he just did was to slow you down and make you conservative, giving him space to go fast castle. I'm telling you this right now. His hope is that you're doing what you're doing now, which is where you just sit here and wait. You pushed him away. At this point, Jeanne d'Arc should have been going out and immediately killing the boars to get XP. Your archer should have chased him across the map. Especially because your scout, you saw he has no other production. If he had a stable, then yeah, you want to wait till your knights get out. But with no stable, archers right here kill this. He gets no gold. So understanding when to be aggressive is very, very key. You make the counter. He can't beat you anymore. You've scouted that he has no horsemen. You go across the map and you start being aggressive. And you start getting your knights out, because at this point, you don't need to worry about spearmen. You just need to make your knights, and your knights can start raiding. If you sit here and be passive, you are letting him win. His goal was that this is exactly what he wanted. This is also the point where you can pull. I like that you're going hunt. That's really good. At this point, you pull the villagers off wood. You don't need as much wood anymore. I would drop another archery range, another stable, and then all these, like half your wood villagers go on to food. Because you need to pump units. How do you die? You can't let that happen. You can't lose your scout like that. Make another scout out of here. But if your archers were here, he doesn't get this tower up. See how like your lack of pressure is a gift to him. What does he want? He wants you to leave him alone. Which you are now doing by not pushing. Now you're going to push. But it's too late. It's too late. I mean, better late than never, but... At this point, you mass... You rally to here so that you're ready to attack, and you take 2 knights and you get another scout, and you rotate around and you look for any other units, because he should not be allowed to leave this little pocket here. He can't leave this pocket. If you keep rotating around, here's what you get. These villagers off berries. These villagers off this wood. This is the beautiful thing about this map. It's so hard to play defensive here because there's so many openings. If you just keep rotating and keep suffocating him of resources, you'll do great. You also need to spend your resources. The biggest reason I see people lose is that they just either their resources are imbalanced or they don't spend them. So what you need to do is regularly do the following. 1, check your TC. You're making villagers. Good. 2, ask yourself, am I making units? I am not. Queue up more units. Rally them to your next like jump off point. I suggest you put your production under hotkeys. So I just put these up both under 2. I held shift. I click them. Control 3. Now watch this. Here's your unit. I'm fighting here. I click 3. I can right click to rally. Now I'm clicking Q for archers. I click tab to switch production. And I'm clicking W for knights. And now you have more units coming. But you not spending your resources is criminal. It's criminal. As your knights are rotating and pushing him off resources, you're gathering more archers and more knights. You need to drop a blacksmith and go for it. A ram kills this. 2 rams kill it easy. And you just go for it. But you gotta go for it. Part of that macro process, am I spending units? The 3rd step. So am I making units? I do that. Ask yourself, what resource do I need based on my goal? If your goal is to attack, you need units. So you need to split your villagers to get the maximum amount of units. You need to make knights, which are very food and gold heavy, and archers, which are wood heavy. And you should notice, if you have a lot of a resource, you need more of it. Spend them down, and you'll notice that you need more gold. So you're rallying to gold, great. You have way too much wood, so spend it. Drop an archery range, drop a stable. Because if you have 2 archery ranges, then 12 villagers is perfect. But I did that because I asked myself, what's my goal? I want to make units and fight. What do I need? I need this units. Here's the units I want. Here's what they generally need. And I need a blacksmith to get a ram so I can knock this outpost down. Kill the wolf. Kill the wolf, bury the boy. Now you're making units, but it's late now. Here's a key. If you're ever queuing up more than 2 units out of a production building, you need more production. Good job, the blacksmith. I would have avoided going berries. I would have just gone to this deer now. Another thing you could do on this map, you can get these shoreline fish with a mill. So I would like drop the mill He's stuck in his base. This is your chance to get all the good food resources. I would drop the mill here. That's 1,000 food, baby, and it gathers super fast, like deer level fast. I think even faster than deer. Got wheelbarrow. I love that you're getting eco upgrades. So this is the issue of your lack of aggressiveness right now. He's building walls for free. He's also about to go to castle for free because you never rotated. You never dove. It's fine to let your archers come up here. You need your knights to be rotating constantly and putting pressure on him. Force him to make more units. He hasn't had to make a single more unit. So you should have been forcing him to make more units. You should have been raiding him, killing villagers. Your passivity is losing you this game. From the start, where you didn't send your archers, now when you're not using your aggressiveness, part of that, you can't see anything. Get a scout. But I mean, you're the aggressive civ. Your goal is to keep them off resources, keep them in base and starve till you're ready to attack. Rotate, 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 rotate. And how do I know where to go? Where are the resources? Check this. Now you're rotating, it's way too late. You could have done that way earlier. When he chases you like this, with horsemen, now it's time to turn and fight them. Turn and fight them right now. Because you lost the tail. Or here's what you do, you ready? You take 2 and run them this way. You take 4 and you run them the other way. This is also when your archers can now walk up and try to take pot shots. But this is when you should be making the ram right now. The 2 rams should be coming down right now while you're doing this little action here. Or you're rotating them over archers over here. You could just force them to make more units, I think. Hell yeah. Now you need to rotate the archers, because if your archers catch all these units out here, you win this. Now you combine. You see what he has. Fight it. The horsemen are faster. Lost the opportunity. Let's check our... You're still riding to gold and they have way too much on gold. You need more food. Or... A TC? Okay. I'm actually okay with this. But you need to be attacking more. And you're not making the units. I'm going to keep repeating myself. You should also be getting all your upgrades while you can. Get horticulture. Get all your military upgrades. You need steel arrow. Yep. This is a very bold TC. Because here's the problem. If he pushes you out, this dies instantly. I would put it here. For boar and woodline. Or here. Stone. Boop, boop. Or here. That's still kind of bold. But I don't know if one... Deer pack and gold, but I don't know. My fear is you're just once again letting him kind of just chill here. I also don't like your lack of scout. You have way too much. Once again, check your resources. Do you need them as gold right now? No. I'm going to build a market. I'm going to pull 6 off. And I'm going to go to these deer. Because you need food. Get more food and you can go crazy. I forgot to talk about JD. Are you using JD's powers? You just started consecrating. Great. Here's the thing, though. The reason why you want to be more aggressive with your knights is that if you can pull them out of base, JD can then fight with your knights and get XP. Look, you're letting him wall up for nothing. Spend down your resources. Like at this point, you need to look and say, I have 2,000 gold. I don't need this much gold. Unless you're going to go castle, which you could right now drop a market and buy castle. But even then, just make more units. Just buy food and wood and make more units. You go in. Okay, let's see this micro here. I think you did that a tad too early. Okay, here's the thing that matters the most. Are the spearmen dead? If the spearmen are dead, then your knights can do everything else. You sacrifice archers for this purpose. Okay, sacrifice archers for this purpose. So you double click, or you can control click archers. Then you hold shift and you try to aim at each spearman. Click, click, click. And for low micro, like the proper way to do it would be your knights charge in, they charge out, your archers back up, take pot shots, back up, take pot shots. But if we're low on micro, which is fine, you decide I'm sacrificing my archers for this. It's worth it. Then you click, click on spearmen, and your knights are just waiting until the point that the spearmen are dead, and then they go in and they win. You cannot lose Joan like this. Because all this XP is going to waste now. Focus archers, focus spearmen, nice. Your knights are taking too many hits. You literally cannot fight a mass that has a spearman in it because they do so much damage against you. The counters for Order of the Dragon are super strong counters. Turn and shoot. Focus. There's 2 spearmen left. You shoot the spearmen. You notice during this fight you stopped making units. You could have 6 more knights in queue right now. You're not making them. Also, when you go on hunts, you need survival techniques. Please get survival techniques. But this is, once again, your weakness right now is not balancing your economy. You have 800 stone for some reason. And you're not just making units. If you just make units, you win. If all of these resources are transferred into units, you wipe him right now. Because you would have like triple the amount of knights. These games are often as simple as comes down to who uses the resources. Your opponent has spent down his resources. He has extra gold, but overall he has spent down his resources. Food and gold wise. Food and wood wise. Now your lack of knights is killing you. Literally. The second TC was greedy. It came kind of late, and you didn't give it time to work. Like you spent the resources on the TC and then didn't give it time for the villagers to do work, and now you just lost them all. You're at 53 vills. He's at 43. Yeah. That hurts. And see, now I said he's gonna burn it down now. No problem. You want 8 on the board. And that's the danger of proxy bases like that. If it dies, you lose everything. So really you have 2 options. I think the second you drop the second TC, you actually just go castle. Because he kept making units. You could have gone castle and gotten your upgrades for your knights. You could have done like the one that lets you get super duper good knight upgrades and just upgraded your knights and fought that. And it also would allow you to get arbitrary. So you could have gone castle, got the knight upgrades, got 15 arbitrary out, and then you would have been fine. You would have done great. You would have the arbitrary would have tore up his men at arms. But outside of that, you just didn't use your resources. You've banked 4,000 resources, and it just comes from you not asking yourself, what am I doing? What do I need? How do I need to balance my villagers? Once you start doing that process, you'll do a lot better. And it really comes down to, it's always better to make a good decision slowly than many bad decisions quickly in a row. Just take your time. Ask yourself what you're doing. Check your resources. Move your villagers. Keep making villagers. And this game almost always comes down to who makes the most units, who fights at the right time. You fought at the wrong time. You stopped making units to build the second TC. You didn't spend any resources. He did. He just kept on making units. So that came out better for him. Lastly, as I said earlier, your lack of early aggression hurt you. He got up a tower for free. He got up these walls for free. He rarely felt threatened. He rarely lost villagers. And really, he should just be walking to your base right now and killing everything. My guess this lasts another 20 minutes because he's just slow on that. But hope that was helpful to you. Please keep asking questions on my coaching Discord. If you're also interested in getting help, my coaching Discord link will be in the description. Join. You can pay for coaching, but at the same time, you can just ask questions, ask for advice. There are a lot of people there who are just loving learning AOE 4 and helping each other out. With that, good luck on your games.